In the year ahead, I'm really focusing myself personally on how to counter negative thoughts, rewiring the way my brain operates, and really leaning into thinking about the language that I use, curbing negative thoughts and reframing difficult experiences, difficult people that I might encounter, and really removing negativity from my work and life, and ensuring that I'm really staying very, very focused on the goals ahead, but really aligning my energy to, the positive outcomes that I want to see in my life. Now, I had a very, very challenging Christmas, New Year period. It was not the happiest of times. I lost two very dear pets. I had very, very sad health issues with my mum, who I look after, who I'm a carer for. And we've had just a lot of curveballs and not a lot of downtime. It was not the restful break that I was hoping for. In fact, it was the complete opposite. It was high stress. And I wear a Garmin watch, and there were days where my stress levels were off the charts, several hours of just high, high stress. And that was, on days where I was, trying to get my mum to a hospital and ambulances and all those kind of things that can happen. And life, will send you, those curveballs in life. And it's the natural cycle of life that you will experience losses in your life. You'll have downtime. You'll have sad times. You'll have difficult times. And, for me, it's about trying to reframe these things, because I know that as a human being, I've got to constantly work at reframing my mind. I need to walk away from worry. I need to walk away from emotions that don't serve me, and I need to really watch my own personal language. So, I've adopted some tools, some techniques that help me stay on track. And so, my start of the day is very involved in having a really good routine centered around health, peaceful time, meditation, gratitude, journaling. This is how I set myself up for success during the day. When I encounter difficult people or difficult circumstances, I try and put a good spin on things. My mind has to be recalibrated. I have to be careful that I don't dwell on sadness. Now, everyone's going to have, peaks and lows, and of course it's natural to be sad. And when you go through any sort of grief process, it's natural to be sad and at times even angry, at times second guessing yourself. But you've got to have mechanisms to bring yourself back out of those loops and to bring you back into better energy and better thought processes and better language. Now, just in my own circumstances, lost two very dear soul pets that were my life. 15 plus years of having animals in my life. And it's the first time in my life that I haven't had animals in the house. And it's a very sad time, but I'm focusing on the positives. The positives were what an amazing 15 plus years that I've had with two beautiful animals. What an amazing journey, what an incredible life they had. And how much joy and happiness did they bring me? And of course, I'm very fortunate in that the ending, although sad, was very peaceful, and we made the right decisions in both circumstances. And if you've ever had to euthanize a pet, it's a very, very emotional, sad time, and you often sort of second guess yourself. And, I needed to bring in some mechanisms to help me through this. So I went and spoke to a number of counsellors. I spoke to a number of people, a number of vets, got different opinions. And one of the pieces of advice that really got me through a particular downtime was it's better to be, a month early than a day late when you euthanize a pet. So unfortunately, I was probably maybe a day late with Ruby, who is my little cavoodle, and then maybe a day early on Cisco, because he maybe could have been helped through for another couple of weeks, but his quality of life wouldn't have been there. And so you've got to look for your mechanisms to find peace in all circumstances, highs and lows. Build your resilience, build your positive thinking, build your tools that help get you out of the slump. and be very careful about the negative people. Now, I had to exit someone from my life who was being negative. I don't know what her issue was, but she wanted to, say some negative things to me. She was zeroing in on some things that just weren't appropriate. She made a couple of offhand comments, and I thought, well, why do I need this in my life? I don't. Let's walk away. We don't need this individual bringing whatever their baggage is into my little circle of energy, which is very positive. And so it might mean taking even family members out of that circle. So I have this ring around me, which is to protect my mental health, my resilience, my positive thinking, where I want to go in life, the goals I want to achieve. I'm very careful about not letting those negative thoughts creep in, but more importantly, not letting negative energy come in, and having that sort of really effective way of not letting other people influence or impact how I'm feeling on a day-to-day basis. So, think about where you're at on your journey, but I know for a fact that the more you can think positively, the more you can raise your energy, your vibration in life, the more successful you will be. And it does take work. It just doesn't happen automatically. You have to be very conscious and, really putting some focus and effort into it. And for me personally, I'm getting some really great results, and I know in the year ahead, I'm going to have a very successful year.